Today's lesson is volume of a sphere, and our goal is that if we're given a volume or given a formula, we can calculate the volume of a sphere. A sphere is a set of all points in space that are given a given distance or radius from a given point, the center. The volume of a sphere, the formula is volume equals 4/3 pi r cubed. All right, so we have our first problem is that we have a sphere with a diameter of 22 centimeters. So if you recall, our formula is V equals 4/3 pi r cubed. Well, here we have a diameter of 22, so our radius is 11 centimeters. So we're going to do 4/3 times 3.14 times 11 cubed. If you punch that into your calculator, you guys should know at this point that you pause it, do the problem, and then come back and check your answer, right? I'm not going to pause it. I've got the problem worked out. I'm going to keep going. So our volume is 5,572. And it doesn't say where to round it, so as long as you round it correctly, I'm okay with whatever your choice is. I'm doing 45/100ths, and it's centimeters cubed. Next problem. We have a sphere with a radius of 5 millimeters. So our volume is 4/3 times 3.14 times 5⁻⁻. So again, pause, you work it, and then come back and check it. You get 523.3 millimeters cubed. Right, next. We have a spherical stone in the courtyard of the National Museum of Costa Rica that has a diameter of about 8 feet. We're going to find the volume of the sphere of this stone. So if the diameter is 8 feet, hopefully you realize the radius is about 4 feet. So V equals 4/3 times 3.14 times 4⁻⁻. Pause, work it out, come back. You should get 267.9 feet to the third power. And again, we don't care where you round, as long as you round correctly. Okay, next problem. We have volleyball with a diameter of 10 inches. So radius is 5. The pump can inflate the ball at a rate of 325 cubic inches per minute. How long will it take to inflate the ball? Round to the nearest tenth. So we've got 4/3 times 3.14 for pi times 5 to the third power. We've done this problem already. So our volume is 523 3/10, and that's or 1/3, however you want to do that one. So then we're going to take that volume and divide it by the 325 cubic inches per minute, and we get that it's 1 6/10 inches. No, I'm sorry, it's going to be that many minutes, because this is inches, cubic inches, this is cubic inches per minute. Not minutes, just minutes. I'm still waiting to do volume. Okay, so moving on to our next problem and our last problem. So we have a hemisphere, which is half a sphere. So the volume of a hemisphere. So the hemisphere is just half a sphere. So we can take our original formula, which is V equals 4/3 pi r cubed, and divide that by 2. Or we could do, the v doesn't get divided by 2, just that. Or we could do v equals 2/3 pi r cubed. Either one of those, whichever one. I personally think that the first one is easier just because you've got half, you take the volume and cut it in half. But whichever one you're more comfortable with. So plug in what you know. We've done the 5 before, so I'm going with the 4/3 times 3 14/100 times 5 to the 3rd, all divided by 2. And my volume is equal to 261 7/10 centimeters cubed. So that's my lesson for today. If you have questions, please bring them to class. That's it. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.